First of all, thank you all for coming out. We have some really exciting news for the St. Louis metropolitan area, the state of Missouri, and specifically Jefferson County today. And before we get into our special guest today, I need to introduce some local people and my board members that are here. But first of all, I want to introduce my staff that's here. It's Rosie Buchanan, who is the assistant director, Kathy Windler, who is the office manager, Brenda Klages, who is the SBA loan specialist. These are the people that do most of the work around EDC. They're the ones that work very hard to make me look good sometimes, but they do all the work, and I really appreciate it. As far as our board members and elected officials, we have Ed Kemp, who sits on the board, who is a county executive. We have Pat Lamping, who sits on the board and county executive. We have Charlie Irvin, who's with Ameren. He's the vice president of our board. We have Dan Govero, who is the secretary of our board. We have Mayor Frank Rowland of Hillsborough, who is a board member. We have Rick Francis, who is a board member. Some other special guests that we have Dr. Ziegler, who is the superintendent of the Northwest R1 schools. We have Danny Tuggle, representing the Northwest Chamber of Commerce. We have Eric Hinsick, who is the president of the High Ridge Rotary, and we have Sarah Davis, who's the director of Jefferson County Growth and Development. So at this time, I'd like to turn it over to Louis Koplovich, who represents the RCGA.
Thank you, Sam. Good morning, everyone. Again, I'm Louis Koplovich. I'm the Director of Business Recruitment at the St. Louis Regional Chamber and Growth Association, also known as the RCGA. The RCGA is the Chamber of Commerce and Economic Development organization for the greater St. Louis region, which includes 16 counties, 8 in Missouri, 8 in Illinois. The role of the Economic Development Group within the RCGA is to market the region and attract new businesses to our area. Our work with Telamon and Bingham Economic Development Advisors is a prime example of the RCGA's outreach. I'm pleased to welcome you all here today to celebrate the arrival of Telamon Corporation, an important new corporate citizen to our region. This past December, Telemon's consultant, Jenny Massey of Bingham Economic Development Advisors, contacted the RCGA seeking assistance in finding a location for Telemon's new facility, which they're interested in locating in the St. Louis area. Identifying a suitable facility ultimately proved to be quite challenging because Telamon had specific locational and physical requirements as well as a short timeline to achieve occupancy in the new facility. Our search for space resulted in few options, and our efforts to bring Telamon concerned me that we may not be able to find a location to house them and they may look elsewhere. However, one broker who had met with them and showed them a space that didn't really meet their needs soon got a new listing here in this neighborhood and was able to meet with them, show them the space, and consummate a lease. So I'm very pleased about that. The St. Louis region competed against sites in southern Indiana and Kentucky for this project. However, I believe that Telamon ultimately chose to locate in St. Louis due to our region's proximity to their customers, our educated workforce, and our access to a great highway network. Additionally, the incentive package offered by the state of Missouri certainly helped to greatly offset some of their business costs. I want to thank all of our partners today who've been instrumental in Telemon's arrival here in the St. Louis region, including Jenny Massey of Bingham Economic Development Advisors, Jefferson County, the Missouri Partnership, and Missouri Department of Economic Development. In closing, before I hand the microphone over to Josh Beck of the Missouri Partnership, I want to say that on behalf of the St. Louis Regional Chamber and Growth Association, we're honored to have the privilege of welcoming Telamon to the St. Louis region. Josh.
Thank you, Louis. As you said, my name is Josh Beck, and I'm Vice President of Business Recruitment for the Missouri Partnership, which is the organization charged with helping companies such as this find effective solutions in our state, and as a result, bring new capital investment and quality jobs to Missouri. Over the past several months, it has been an absolute pleasure working with our partners at the St. Louis RCGA as well as Jefferson County Economic Development Council on this exciting project, and of course we are incredibly pleased with the outcome. Missouri is home to many successful companies, from the a small startup of the entrepreneur to the Fortune 500 headquarters. And it is with honor that we welcome Telamon Corporation to take part in our story. We're delighted to have you. I find it interesting that Telamon, the word actually means supporting, which I think is obviously symbolic of your dedication to the clients and employees of the company. But we also hope that it is a theme that you find today, as this community, the St. Louis region, and the state of Missouri welcome you into this community, all of whom want to do what it takes to make sure that this project is successful. We know that you've been told many times about the great assets of the central location that we have, our access to markets, as well as our excellent business climate, but we are so excited for Telamon to begin operations and learn firsthand about our greatest asset, our people. The Missouri worker is dedicated, highly skilled, and hardworking, and remains the most valued asset of any Missouri location for any company. So it is on behalf of these workers, as well as the state of Missouri, that we offer yet another thank you to Telamon Corporation for choosing this location to bring the type of jobs that we are so delighted to have. We welcome you and look forward to having you as a member of our business community for many years to come. It is now my privilege to introduce Mr. Chuck Banks, County Executive of Jefferson County, Missouri.
Thank you very much. Thank you all for coming. Jefferson County is extraordinarily positioned in the St. Louis region to provide a great location for Telamon, and we are extremely pleased and honored to have your company locating here in Jefferson County. There's a lot of team members that are here today from many parts of the region that were responsible for bringing this together today. And so we are extremely pleased to recognize the company for seeing the opportunity here in Jefferson County. And on behalf of Jefferson County and my fellow county executives, I would like to present to Telamon this proclamation, which I will read to you now. Whereas Telamon Corporation is an Indianapolis-based company established in 1985, and whereas Telamon Corporation is a $468 million company employing over 300 people, and whereas Telamon Corporation is a minority-owned company, and whereas the state of Missouri, through its Department of Economic Development and the Missouri Partnership Program, recognizes Telamon Corporation for its unique technological ability, and whereas the St. Louis Regional Chamber and Growth Association has worked to facilitate the establishment of Telamon Corporation in Jefferson County, and whereas Jefferson County, Missouri wishes to recognize the importance, expanding the technological base of the St. Louis region that Telamon Corporation can bring, and now therefore be it ordained by the Jefferson County, Missouri Board of Executives that in recognition of the investment of Telamon Corporation in Jefferson County, Missouri, the Board of Executives does hereby proclaim April 8th, 2009 as Telamon Corporation Day, signed County Executives Chuck Banks, Ed Kemp, and Pat Lamping. Thank you again, and congratulations. Okay, a little closer.
No, it's just the drink.
Oh, the tea.
Oh, okay. Let's do this, if you don't mind.
Sure. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you, Caleb. And now turn it back to Louis. Thank you very much.
So today we're here to welcome a new corporate citizen to our region. Over the past few months, I've had the honor and the pleasure of working with our guest to find the right location here in St. Louis. Based on my observations, though, our guest and his coworkers are all tenacious, hardworking individuals. And perhaps, and I want to believe this is why they chose to locate in Missouri. To be with us here today, our honored guest has traveled all the way from Indianapolis. He's the president of Telamon Corporation Carrier Services Group. Please join me in welcoming Mr. Caleb Ho.
Well, first of all, thank you for taking time out to join us for the celebration. I'm really excited and honored to be here today to announce the official opening of our newest location in the St. Louis region in Jefferson County. I just wanted to spend a couple minutes to share with you why we chose this particular location in St. Louis and Jefferson County. It all started back in December 2008. We received an urgent situation where we had a chance to expand with an existing customer. As we considered different alternative locations, it quickly became clear to us that the state of Missouri and the St. Louis RCGA were very committed to helping us find the right location to meet our expansion requirements. Our first meeting with the RCGA and Lewis was back in December. Within weeks, they had helped us put together a lease. Unfortunately, negotiations with the first landlord fell apart. We were devastated. However, quickly Lewis came back, and we were able to land something that was actually even better here locally in Jefferson County. In the background, the state of Missouri was also putting together a fantastic economic incentive package for us to really help close the deal. I think in establishing this new facility, we're very appreciative of the highly trained and highly educated workforce here locally in the St. Louis region. We're also especially thankful for the great location, the highway access, which makes it easy for our employees as well as getting the customers, and really for the low tax environment here available in Jefferson County. Again, we're here, I'm really pleased to announce the opening of a new facility here as we begin to service customers like AT&T locally. On the hiring front, we are looking for experienced telecom professionals, especially engineers, installers, as well as program managers. We intend to have 17 people operate out of this facility within the first year, and 28 based out of this location by the year 2012. We'd like to encourage all job seekers to apply through our corporate website online, www.telamon-corp.com, or to send an email, cover letter, and resume to mojobs@telamon-corp.com. In closing, again, I just want to offer my sincere appreciation to the state, to the RCGA, for really their efforts in making this expansion a reality. Thank you very much. Go ahead.
You can ask questions. Bob?
Yes, sir. Is there a kind of a layman's description of what they'll be doing here, basically?
Yeah, we'll primarily be doing telecommunications and information technology work, servicing customers like AT&T locally. Yeah.
Sir, who was the customer that you were working with that they called for the expansion?
It was AT&T. Yeah. Yeah.
And the specific location is right?
Yes.
It's on Northwest Boulevard.
Yeah, very, very close to here. Yeah.
When will you be up and running?
We actually started a couple weeks ago. We're still under construction, remodeling, but the warehouse is up and running. We have a group of people assembled already, and we are actively busy serving the customer. So we're at the point where we have more work than we can handle, and would love to bring on more people. So, yeah.
You started a couple weeks ago?
That's correct. Yeah.
Is it possible you could expand into, will you have other customers, and are you looking for other expansion opportunities?
Yeah, definitely. I think that this will be kind of a forward base for us to serve customers in this particular region. Again, AT&T is the first big one. We anticipate having other, telephone and enterprise companies in the area that we would serve out of this base. Correct. Yeah.
How is your business changing with the move from wire to wireless to whatever's next?
Yeah, it's definitely changing a lot. I think that you see the carriers migrating in terms of where they're investing, in terms of their capital expenditure. I think the good news for us is that as a service provider, we're here to serve and support them. So from that standpoint, we are pretty agnostic in terms of technology. So I think that we differentiate ourselves. Again, we don't manufacture anything. We're a purely services company. So again, it's about our engineers, our installers, our technical staff that really, serves the customer.
Flourish in any environment.
Correct. Yeah.
Well, AT&T is obviously a very large company. What is their advantage to using an outside vendor such as yourself as opposed to doing it internally?
I think it's primarily expertise, flexibility, and also cost. We actually do work for AT&T nationally, and we've been doing it for 20-some years. Yeah.
Caleb, you want to introduce your employees?
Yeah, maybe if you guys want to stand real quick and just introduce yourselves for the group. Mike?
I'm Jeff Frank, detail engineer. Jim Glasscock, detail engineer. Kevin McFadden, detail engineer.
Great. Thanks, gentlemen. Thank you.
Your
other questions? Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Well, this is very unusual that we had a couple politicians speak and we're way ahead of schedule. But anyway, you know, on behalf of Jefferson County and the state of Missouri and RCGA, we want to thank the media. We want to thank JCTV for being here, J98 Radio. This concludes the formal part of it.